Text-to-image tools, Midjourney. Website is www.midjourney.com/explorer. Midjourney calls itself an independent research lab exploring new mediums of thought, expanding the imaginative power of the human species. A lofty assessment indeed, but Midjourney's motto contains a lot of truth. As of the recording of this video, Midjourney's Discord channel has over 18 million users, with over 1.3 million active at a given time. Although user numbers have tailed off recently, Midjourney still leads both Stable Diffusion and DALL-E in search popularity on Google, which isn't a surprise. If you want to follow along, go to www.midjourney.com/home, sign in, which will bring up the Midjourney Discord channel, which you need to authorize. If you don't have a Discord account, you'll need to create one. Once you do, you should be taken into Midjourney's Discord channel, where you should select one of the newbies rooms, and then everything starts with the prompt /imagine. A prompt window will appear with a flicking cursor, and then you just add your prompt along with your parameters. With Midjourney, the user is free to create anything her imagination desires in one of 1,000 chosen artistic styles. The work can be influenced by abstract expressionism, Art Deco, Bauhaus, chiaroscuro, expressionism, fauvism, modernism, postmodernism, steampunk, surrealism, can even be a ziggurat drawing, literally from A to Z, or 100 styles in between. Midjourney can also mix 2 or 3 or 4 of these artistic styles. It's like having an artistic styling tool at your fingertips. Settings and presets. According to Midjourney, the /settings command provides toggle buttons for common options like model version, style value, quality value, and upscaler version. Model version dropdown. Select the Midjourney model version to use when generating images. Use the latest model is the default selection, and we'll always use the newest Midjourney model version. Style raw parameter. Midjourney model versions 5.1 and 5.2 can be fine-tuned with the --style raw parameter to reduce the Midjourney default aesthetic. This toggle is not available if other model versions are selected. Public and stealth mode. Toggle between public and stealth modes corresponds to the /public and /stealth commands. Remix mode. Use remix mode to change prompts, parameters, model versions, or aspect ratios between variations. Remix will take the general composition of your starting image and use it as part of the new job. Remixing can help change the setting or lighting of an image, evolve a subject, or achieve tricky compositions. High and low variations mode. Toggle between high variation and low variation mode. Sticky style. Sticky style will save the last --style code parameter used in your personal suffix, so you don't have to repeat the code on future prompts. Change codes by using a new --style or unselecting sticky style. Turbo, fast, and relaxed modes. Toggle between turbo, fast, and relaxed modes corresponds to the /turbo, /fast, and /relaxed commands, and the --turbo, --fast, and --relaxed parameters. Reset settings returns everything to the default settings. Prompts. A prompt is a short text phrase that the Midjourney bot interprets to produce an image. The bot breaks down the words and phrases in the prompt into smaller pieces, called tokens, that are compared to its training data and then used to generate an image. A well-crafted prompt can help make unique and exciting images. Every image or video with a generative AI tool like Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, Runway AI, or Pika Labs starts with a straightforward prompt. Never has language been so important as with generative AI. A basic prompt can be as simple as a single word, a phrase, a paragraph of instructions, or, believe it or not, an emoji. The prompt describes the core idea you want to visualize. Once you've got your idea down, you can adjust all kinds of parameters like the guidance scale and motion intensity to get the desired effect. Prompting tip. With Midjourney and every other Gen AI tool, it all starts with a prompt. The Midjourney bot works best with simple, short sentences that describe what you want to see. Avoid long lists of requests and instructions. Instead of, show me a picture of lots of blooming Japanese cherry blossoms, make them bright, vibrant purple, and draw them in an illustrated style with colored pencils. Try bright purple Japanese cherry blossoms drawn with colored pencils. Advanced prompts. More advanced prompts can include one or more image URLs, multiple text phrases, and one or more parameters. Image URLs can be added to a prompt to influence the style and content of the finished result. Image URLs always go at the front of the prompt. Here, I'm taking the image of Picasso's Guernica and telling Midjourney to recreate it in a colorful post-modernist style. And these are the results. Colorful indeed. By adding the URL image link, you're telling Midjourney to base its image off that. Parameters. Parameters are options added to a prompt that change how an image generates. Parameters can change an image's aspect ratios, switch between Midjourney model versions, change which upscaler is used, and lots more. Parameters always end the prompt, and multiple parameters can be added to each prompt. Prompting notes. Word choice. Word choice matters. Aim for specificity. More specific synonyms work better in many circumstances. Instead of big, try huge, gigantic, enormous, or immense. This is one place where it pays to be superlative. Plural words and collective nouns. Plural words leave a lot to chance. Try specific numbers. 3 cats is more specific than cats. Collective nouns also work. Flock of birds instead of birds. Focus on what you want. It is better to describe what you want instead of what you don't want. If you ask for a party with no cake, your image will probably include a cake. To ensure an object is not in the final image, try advanced prompting using the --no parameter. Prompt length and details. Prompts can be simple. A single word or emoji will work. However, short prompts default to Midjourney's default style, allowing it to fill in any unspecified details creatively. Include any element that is important to you in your prompt. Fewer details mean more variety, but less control. Be clear about any context and/or details. Think about subject, person, animal, character, location, object, medium, photo, painting, illustration, sculpture, doodle, tapestry. Environment, indoors, outdoors, on the moon, underwater, in the city, lighting, soft, ambient, overcast, neon, studio lights, color, vibrant, muted, bright, monochromatic, colorful, black and white, pastel, mood, sedate, calm, raucous, energetic, composition, portrait, headshot, close-up, bird's eye view. Aspect ratios. The --aspect or --AR parameter changes the aspect ratio of the generated image. An aspect ratio is the width to height ratio of an image. It is typically expressed as two numbers separated by a colon, such as 7:4 or 4:3. A square image has equal width and height, described as a 1:1 aspect ratio. The image could be 1,000 pixels times 1,000 pixels or 1,500 pixels times 1,500 pixels, and the aspect ratio would still be 1:1. --aspect must use whole numbers. The aspect ratio impacts the shape and composition of a generated image. Some aspect ratios must be slightly changed when upscaling. Different Midjourney version models have different maximum aspect ratios. Aspect ratios greater than 2:1 are experimental and may produce unpredictable results. Common Midjourney aspect ratios: --aspect 1:1, default aspect ratio, --aspect 5:4, common frame and print ratio, dash dash aspect 3 to 2, common in print photography, dash dash aspect 7 to 4, close to HD TV screens and smartphone screens. How to set the aspect ratio. Use aspect ratio parameters. So you will add dash dash aspect, one value, colon, second value, or dash dash AR value, colon, second value to the end of your prompt. Here I've used the prompt London, England in Victorian times under a surrealistic moon, dash dash AR 3 to 2, and Midjourney has added the version 6 at the end, as that is the default version. And here is the result. This is the end of part 1. Join me in part 2 to go over the rest of the parameters, the technical settings, and the multi-prompts for Midjourney. Midjourney Part 2. Chaos. The dash dash chaos or dash dash C parameter influences how varied the initial image grids are. High dash dash chaos values will produce more unusual and unexpected results and compositions. Lower dash dash chaos values have more reliable, repeatable results. Dash dash chaos accepts values between 0 and 100. The default dash dash chaos value is 0. The influence of chaos on jobs. Using a very low dash dash chaos value, or not specifying a value, will produce initial image grids that are similar each time a job is run. And here I will use the prompt, a Chinese New Year lion dance in Chinatown, with varying ranges of chaos between 0 and 100 in 20 unit increments. We'll start with dash dash chaos 20. And this is what we get. Some pretty similar shots of a lion dance, all similar distance from the lion, some color differentiation, but quite similar images. Using a low dash dash chaos value, will produce initial image grids that are slightly varied each time a job is run. This is with chaos 40, some variation here, the one lion, two lions, a lion in a large crowd, and a fourth lion entertaining some people on a sidewalk. Using a moderate dash dash chaos value, will produce initial image grids that are varied each time a job is run. With chaos set to 60, there is some decent variation here. You've got one lion, two lions, one in black and white, another in close-up. You've got differing backgrounds as well, a Chinatown street, a temple in the background, so some considerable arbitrariness here. Using a higher dash dash chaos value will produce initial image grids that are more varied and unexpected each time a job is run. With chaos set to 80, we're getting quite a bit of variation. In the first image, there are two lions on opposite ends of the street. The second image reveals someone holding up the lion's white head. The third image has a red lion performing in front of a large crowd. The fourth image has red lanterns, but I don't see a lion. A good mix of lion dance scenes here. By the way, these images can all be upscaled to improve the details. The term highly detailed or photorealistic will also improve the details on the run. Using extremely high dash dash chaos values will produce initial image grids that are varied and have unexpected compositions or artistic mediums each time a job is run. With chaos set to 100, we're getting some considerable variation. A yellow lion in a crowd of Chinese people. A crowd of Chinese people may be watching a lion dance, but I don't see the lion. A white lion dance performing for a small crowd. And what looks like models of lion dancers in a square on a university campus with maybe someone in a lion costume running out of a building. Quite the variation. So the chaos prompt generates diverse, more unusual, and occasionally unpredictable results. With chaos set to 0, Midjourney's output remains pretty consistent and follows the core prompt. Increasing the chaos parameter adds a layer of randomness and arbitrariness to the generated images. Use the dash dash chaos or dash dash C parameter at the end of your prompt. No. The no parameter tells the Midjourney bot what not to include in your image. Dash dash no accepts multiple words separated with commas. For example, dash dash no item 1, comma item 2, comma item 3, Item 4. The Midjourney bot considers any word within the prompt as something you would like to see generated in the final image. Prompting still life gouache painting without any fruit or still life gouache painting, don't add fruit, are more likely to produce pictures that include fruit because the relationship between without or don't and the fruit is not interpreted by the Midjourney bot in the same way a human reader would understand it. To improve your results, focus your prompt on what you do want to see in the image and use the --no parameter to specify concepts you don't want to include. Quality. The --quality or --q parameter changes how much time is spent generating an image. Higher quality settings take longer to process and produce more details. Higher values also mean more GPU minutes are used per job. The quality setting does not impact resolution. The default --quality value is 1. --quality only accepts the values 0.25, 0.5, and 1 for the current model. Larger values are rounded down to 1. --quality only influences the initial image generation. --quality works with model versions 4, 5, 5.1, 5.2, and Niji 5. Just as a quick aside, Niji 5, also known as the Niji model, is a collaboration between Midjourney and Spellbrush, tuned to produce anime and illustrative styles with vastly more knowledge of anime styles, and anime aesthetics. It's excellent at dynamic and action shots and character-focused compositions. It can be accessed by using the --Niji 5 prompt. I've created some images of American football players in this style, which you see here. Higher --quality settings aren't always better. However, sometimes a lower --quality settings can produce better results, depending on the image you're trying to create. Lower --quality settings might be best for a gestural, abstract look. Higher --quality values may improve the look of architectural images that benefit from many details. Choose the setting that best matches the kind of image you're hoping to create. Quality comparisons. Prompt example, detailed architectural drawing of San Francisco, illustration, Q.25, Q.5, and Q1. You can see the quality differences here, especially in the last one, which contains some highly detailed street scenes that capture San Francisco quite nicely. Seeds. The Midjourney bot uses a seed number to create a field of visual noise, like television static, as a starting point to generate the initial image grids. Seed numbers are generated randomly for each image but can be specified with the --seed parameter. If you use the same seed number and prompt, you will get similar final images. --seed accepts whole numbers 0 through 429, 496, 7295. --seed values only influence the initial image grid. Identical --seed values using model versions 1, 2, 3, test, and test P will produce images with similar composition, color, and details. Identical --seed values using model versions 4, 5, and Niji will produce nearly identical images. Seed numbers are not static and should not be relied upon between sessions. If no seed is specified, Midjourney will use a randomly generated seed number, producing a wide variety of options each time a prompt is used. To find the seed number, right-click on the image. A window will pop up. Go to Apps, right-click on that, and then another drop-down will appear. Then click on DM Results. You will then get a direct message, which you can click on, and that reveals the information. Fast. --fast overrides your current settings and runs a single job using fast mode. Image weight. --IW sets image prompt weight relative to text weight. The default value is 1. Go to midjourney.com, click on My Images, and then click on one of the images. To get the image URL address, go to the top right and click on the button with 2 full lines and 1 shorter one near the Type Reading Up scale. Click on Copy. A menu will appear, and then click on Image URL. We will use this as part of the prompt. We will then include the text, add hundreds of other similar people on the street in Seoul, -IW.5. Then hit Enter. And this is what you get. As you can see, there are some similarities there to the original photo. Here it is with a weight of 1, much more similar. And with a weight of 0.25. Once again, quite different. This is the end of part 2. Part 3 will also be the end of the Midjourney lessons. Midjourney Part 3. Stylize. The Midjourney bot has been trained to produce images that favor artistic color, composition, and forms. The --stylize or --s parameter influences how strongly this training is applied. Low stylization values produce images that closely match the prompt but are less artistic. High stylization values create images that are very artistic but less connected to the prompt. I'll show you a couple of examples in terms of prompts that will reveal the differences in styling. Prompt example: child's drawing of a dog, --s 100. This is the default setting, which is a medium setting. Second setting, child's drawing of a dog, --s 0. As you can see, it's very childlike. Child's drawing of a dog, --s 50. This is a low style setting. Child's drawing of a dog, --s 250. This is a high style setting. And these are some nice images. But any child producing this would be recognized for her great artistic talent. Child's drawing of a dog, --s 500. This is higher than 250, but less than the --s 750, which is a very high style setting, and about as far away from the initial image as you can get. Once again, any child showing this level of artistic skill would be deemed a gifted child. The thing to remember is all of these differences are created by the one style prompt. Another way to use prompts in Midjourney is to direct the generative AI model stylistically. By using prompts that convey a specific style or mood, you can create images that have a unique look and feel. Some great examples of prompts that can be used to direct style include Picasso, Van Gogh, comic, anime, phantasmal iridescent, 32-bit isometric, diagrammatic drawing, watercolor sketch, stained glass concept, neon cyberpunk, fine art photography, Andy Warhol, and Banksy. And you get the idea. If you don't know all of these artists or styles, you can Google them, but trust me, they are pretty accurate. Repeat. The --repeat or --r parameter runs a job multiple times. Combine --repeat with other parameters like --chaos to increase the pace of your visual exploration. --repeats accepts values 2 through 4 for basic subscribers. --repeat accepts values 2 through 10 for standard subscribers. --repeat accepts values 2 through 40 for Pro and Mega subscribers. The --repeat parameter can only be used in fast and turbo GPU mode. The prompt here is blue Portuguese tile pattern --repeat 1. And these are the 4 options. Use the --stop parameter to finish a job partway through the process. Stopping a job at an earlier percentage can create blurrier, less detailed results. The -- tile parameter generates images that can be used as repeating tiles to create seamless patterns for fabrics, wallpapers, and textures. Here I've used the prompt, a texture of oil in black, slick, -- tile, and this was the result. And here I tiled the top left image, and you can see it's a pretty good result, almost seamlessly tiling. The Midjourney bot can blend multiple concepts using : as a separator. Using a multi-prompt allows you to assign relative importance to the concept in the prompt, helping you control how they are blended together. Adding a : to a prompt indicates to the Midjourney bot that it should consider each part of the prompt individually. For the prompt spaceship, both words are considered together, and the Midjourney bot produces images of sci-fi spacecrafts. If the prompt is separated into two parts, space : ship, both concepts are considered separately, then blended together, creating a sailing ship traveling through space. Now, if you look at the four options, you'll see only one image is of a ship flying through space. And this is a good time to point out that this is a generative AI system. It is trying to come up with images from text, so it often tries to figure out what the user wants and will create various images accordingly, not always grasping the user's intention. A : should produce images utilizing both concepts separately, but it is a creative system and it might not give you exactly what you're looking for. Some tweaking might be required. Multi-prompts work with modal versions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Niji and Niji 5, any parameters, are still added to the very end of the prompt. When a : is used to separate a prompt into different parts, you can add a number immediately after the : to assign the relative importance to that part of the prompt. Changing the prompt to space : to ship makes the word space twice as important as the word ship, producing images of space that have ships as a supporting element. Negative weights can be added to parts of a multi-prompt to help remove unwanted elements. The sum of all weights must be a positive number. Vary region. If you want to make a change within an image, you can do it by using the Vary Region option. You'll be working in the upscaled image section, so just with the single image. Now click on the Vary Region button, and this will pull up the editor. Here, you drag to the selected area you want changed, in this case, the man's face. Here I'm going to add that I want an African American on a street in Seoul. Then hit enter. The result, I get 4 new images, 2 that are usable with the main man in focus as an African American. Once again, you might not always get what you want, as is the case here with the top left and bottom right images, but you can always riff off the other 2 if you want variations. Relax -- relax overrides your current settings and runs a single job using relax mode. Relax mode will not cost any GPU time, but jobs will be placed into a queue based on how much you've used the system. Turbo -- turbo overrides your current setting and runs a single job using turbo mode. Turbo mode is available for subscribers who want extremely quick image generation. Turbo mode uses a high-speed experimental GPU pool. Jobs run in turbo mode generate up to 4 times faster, but consume twice as many subscription GPU minutes as a typical fast mode job. Weird -- weird or -- and a number between 0 through 3000 explores unusual aesthetics with the experimental -- weird parameter. Technical settings. One highly useful characteristic of AI image generators like Midjourney is the ability to use prompts for technical settings that the AI model will try to emulate. For example, you could use prompts for photography settings like shutter speed, aperture, and ISO to create images that mimic the look of a specific type of photo. This can be a great way to experiment with different styles and techniques. Structure your prompt like this. Imagine a landscape photo taken at sunrise with a high depth of field and a cool color temperature. Imagine a portrait photo taken with a low aperture setting and a warm color temperature with the subject positioned off center. Imagine a cityscape photo taken at dusk with a long exposure time and a high ISO setting, creating a beautiful sense of motion and vibrancy in the scene. Images. You can use images as part of a prompt to influence a job's composition, style, and colors. Images, prompts, can be used alone or with text prompts. Experiment with combining images with different styles for the most exciting results. Image prompts go at the front of a prompt. Prompts must have 2 images or 1 image and text to work. An image URL must be a direct link to an online image. Your file should end in .png, .gif, .webp, .jpg, or .jpeg. In most browsers, right-click or long press an image and select Copy Image Address to get the URL. In some cases, you might find you get an error message, and this might be because the image is being copyright protected and not being made available to you.
If you're not a subscriber, click down below to subscribe so you get notified about similar videos we upload. To see the full course that this video came from, click over there. And click over there to see more videos from Simon Says It.